So if you're going to kiss someone, right, first of all, you have to take care of your personal hygiene, right? This means you have water before you pucker up, right? This has water in it, even though it's a mug, I put water in it, right? So you need to keep your mouth fresh with water. You should have cleaned your teeth. I clean my teeth before I'm going to do this for you, right? So your teeth should be clean. You should have moist like mouth and lips, not dry because it doesn't taste very nice. And hopefully you'll have soft skin where you're touching. So I could have put some more hand cream. If I start putting hand cream on my hands now, then obviously my mouth's going to taste of hand cream, so I'm not going to do it. But, you know, it's good to cream your hands up throughout the day and then with hand cream and then make them nice and soft later on, or arms or whatever you're going to kiss. But when you tongue kiss in general, you usually put your tongue in the other person's mouth. Now this might seem gross, but to me it's really beautiful, right? And so the way you want to also make sure things are removed from between your teeth, like floss in between your teeth if you've got bits of broccoli or meat or anything in between your teeth, right? This is like personal hygiene stuff, right? And also when you're kissing, you should make sure you've showered, that you're wearing deodorant, you know, you don't have body odour coming off. Like natural scent's fine, but when you've got BO, it doesn't smell very nice, you know. So have clean clothes, make sure that they're not really dirty clothes or anything. Obviously, if you are like, you know, you can be passionately kissing someone in the middle of a field somewhere. So, you know, there are exceptions, you know, like if you're at home, you would want to have clean clothes and stuff. Like, what I mean to say is don't neglect yourself and have like your food down your top and stuff like this, you know. It's just not very pleasant. But, you know, when passion is an all-time high, you can kiss under the most intense kind of weird situations, right? So when you're out and about, you would tongue kiss even if you've only just had a meal, and you can maybe taste even the person's food in their mouth. I know this might sound gross to you, but, you know, you kind of, when you're like really into kissing, you kind of don't really think so much about these things. It's like when people have sex, right? You're going to have to prepare for it to a certain extent to be your best. But sometimes, like, people who do sex stuff, they do that type of thing, like, in the middle of, you know, in the middle of, like, I don't know, nowhere, on the outside or something, you know? When they're not fully prepared for it, or in their car or something, you know? So sometimes when you're kissing, you know, there isn't a right moment. You don't have to have everything perfect. But if you're at home and, you know, it's nice to have a fresh breath. It's nice when you're out as well to have mints or chewing gum if your breath's a bit like stale or something. So you should be doing all this prep first of all. Make sure your mouth is watered up. So make sure your skin's soft. Make sure you smell nice. Make sure you have as clean clothes as possible on. And make sure that you're making sure the person's comfortable, right? And so, yeah, so when you're tongue kissing, if you think about like a snail, you know, like a snail, when a snail is going along and they've actually got these tentacles and they're tentatively, you know, like touching the ground and stuff like that, and they're sticking their tentacles out. That's a bit like tongue kissing, you know, you stick the tongue like in a person's mouth and back, tongue and back, right? So when you're doing this, well, you get a hold of your mouth and you literally stick your tongue out like this, and then you put your mouth around it like that. Pucker up and move back. It's quite simple, right? Tongue. This is how you French kiss. Like, you see, that doesn't have to be hard, does it? Right? You don't have to do it, but you can do it harder and harder. But you can do it softly, like this. Like I said. You know, so, you know, pucker up. But, you know, if you're doing it without your tongue, you'd be doing it like this. With no tongue involved, right? But if you're doing it with a tongue involved, you just stick your tongue there. Put your mouth over it. And, like, suck it. Like this, right? It's good fun. Right? So, you know, you have to just practice this. Practice it on your arm, you know? It's easy. Stick your tongue out. Put your lips over it. Put your tongue back in. Like that, right? It's really, really easy. So when you're kissing without the tongue, you just do this. Like that. And when you're kissing with the tongue, you just add the tongue in. Obviously, you know, if you want to go a bit harder, then you'd be going like this. Like that. Do you know what I mean? You just do it more vigorously or more in depth in their mouth, basically. You know, but it's really easy, right? So pucker, you know, put your tongue out, put your lips over, and pull back. It's really simple. And that is how you French kiss, otherwise known as tongue kissing. And obviously you can do it like, you know, like you'd usually be facing the person, you'd usually be very close and intimate with the person, you know, like when you do it when you're cuddling. And, you know, and also, you know, you might have bodies intertwined when you're on the bed. So it depends how physically close you want the rest of your bodies to get. Or you could just be like, you know, stood up kissing them like that when you're walking around like I like French kissing, even if I'm like, you know, like on a train or I'm waiting for a bus or something. I just love kissing, right? It's very simple. Right, so tongue out, mouth around, put your tongue back in. Like that. Really dead simple. Practice makes perfect. I want to hear what happens when you've practiced that. Give me your feedback right in the comments below. Go and practice it now with yourself, and I'll see you on the next video live stream. If you like this video, please share it with a friend. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of every time I post a new video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you soon on the next video live stream. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.